Hello everybody, welcome back to Life Stories. My name is Trent and I hope you're doing awesome as always. We got more stories from Reddit/entitledparents coming your way, so buckle in, get some snacks, we're getting started now. Our first story is titled, Entitled Teacher Mom Ruins Her Career to Save the Innocents. So, I found myself with way too much time to think about some old experiences lately. This is going to be a long one, so buckle up. Let's start with the cast. We have OP, the world may never know. It's the author, you know this. CT, cool teacher. RB, rat boy. TF, traitor friend. EK, entitled popular girl. And ETM, entitled teacher mom. So this was a long time ago, when I was near the end of 8th grade, 1999. Yeah, I'm old. And at the time, a recent tragedy had struck the nation in the form of the Columbine shooting. The shooting had not only put almost every school in a sort of panic mode, which is understandable, but it also prompted a sort of witch hunt for anyone thought to be outsiders. During this time, any mention of anything regarding the shooting or shooters was an immediate ticket to the principal's office, and most likely detention. This led many paranoid teachers to actively seek out outsider behaviors and ban them. Any popular music, Korn, Marilyn Manson, etc., banned. Dungeons and Dragons, banned. Wearing black, banned. Magic cards, you guessed it. They even went as far as banning anything to do with Pokemon. Cards, games, it didn't matter. And all video game talk, because Mario clearly causes violence. Anyway, it was near the end of the year, so my favorite class, music, was basically a study hall. Near the end of the year, there were no more concerts, so we all just kinda sat around and played cards, read, or did homework for other classes. My teacher, CT, wasn't as paranoid as the others, and didn't care if we brought D&D or magic or anything else, as long as we weren't causing trouble. In fact, he was a pretty avid gamer, and loved hunkering down on his grand piano and figuring out the soundtracks to games, and then teaching us the songs. I had a decent group of friends in the class, and we would always head in the back and set up some D&D or magic, or whatever else we couldn't do outside the doors. Cause, yeah, we were kids. Whenever you tell kids that they can't do something, they're going to do that 10 times harder. The class had probably 30 kids, so everyone kinda broke off into their own cliques. There was our group, a group of popular girls, and a group of sportier types who kind of drifted between hanging out with us and hitting on the popular girls. Almost everyone in the class were at least friendly with each other, if not friends, except one girl, EK. EK was the daughter of one of the teachers, and made sure everyone knew it. Her mom, for context, was one of those Karens who had to be the head of anything she was part of. Any bake sale, dance, sporting event, she was in charge. She had also been instrumental in the banning of Pokemon cards, because according to her, she had seen the devil in that Japanese nonsense, and she would not allow children to become endangered. Now, the only thing that kept EK from tattling on CT was the fact that she loved Pokemon. So, while everyone enjoyed themselves, she would generally sit with the other popular girls and gush about her Pokemon drawings. The only other pariah in the class was RB. RB loved true crime stuff. He would always use his freedom to read books about serial killers, etc. Which, it's not like he was going to shoot up the school or something, that's just what he was into. This hobby, however, led to him trying to have many hushed conversations about the shootings/shooters. EK had been looking for a way to end our Satanism since she had started the class, but could never find a way without it ending her beloved Pokemon time. So, when RB was sitting with the sportier kids and his conversation about the Anarchist Cookbook, basically a book about how to make bombs and other inappropriate stuff, began to get louder than he was intending, she saw her chance. She immediately stood up and screamed, scaring the entire class, including the group of girls around her. CT! CT! OP and TF are going to shoot us all! They have a gun and pipe bombs, and they said they're going to kill us all! TF and I had been in the back playing a large game of Magic with 3 others when we heard this. What the heck? We all said in unison. No, we didn't. None of us said anything. RB was talking about that crap. Which, not wanting to get in trouble, RB immediately denied. Yes, you were, screamed EK. CT immediately jumped in. I'm sorry, boys, but if such a claim has been made, I have to escort you to the principal and must immediately begin lockdown procedures. So the entire school shuddered, kids hiding in classrooms with their teachers, not knowing what had happened, all because EK was evil. As CT brought us to the principal's office, ETM came flying down the hallway. "Where is my daughter? CT, are these the shooters?" She screamed as she pushed us both against the office wall. "I will not let you kill these innocents, servants of Satan!" CT pushed her off us. "Calm down, ETM. Your daughter is fine. There was an accusation made, and because of our no-tolerance policy, these boys must go to the principal while we get this sorted." ETM scoffed. "F you, you beatnik. I already called the police, and these demon spawn will rot in prison for their crimes. Leave, now!" CT exclaimed. As we were brought into the principal's office, our bags were searched, mine first, finding a grand total of nothing but homework and a Pop-Tart. By the time they had finished searching my bag, TF's parents and 3 officers had arrived. TF shot me a look of absolute horror, as his dad grabbed his pack to empty it on the principal's desk. "Wait!" he screamed as 6 decks of magic cards hit the desk with a thud. Now, TF's parents were hardcore Christians and didn't know that he had been sneaking to the store since 5th grade to buy magic cards with his allowance. "He forced me. He said he would kill me if I didn't hold on to those." My face contorted into absolute disgust as I felt the hands firmly grab my shoulders. "No, I didn't! Those aren't mine!" I screamed as the police officer pushed me to the ground. He was saying something, but I couldn't hear it. All I could do was feel the tears streaming down my face, feel the cold metal snapping tightly on my wrists, and feel the sting of my best friend's betrayal. I was in the middle of the office on my knees, my hands handcuffed behind my back, when my mom and CT burst through the door. My mom, cool as an effing cucumber, saw me and looked up at the principal and asked just one word. "Why?" I could see her holding back the hell fury behind her eyes as the principal explained the situation. My mom, without saying a word, walked over to his desk that still had the deck of cards on it, picked one up, and turned it around and pushed it to the principal's face. "Read," she demanded. Now, my mom knew my friend and knew he was anal about his cards, which is why she knew the back of each deck had been labeled with TF's name and address. The color drained from the principal's face, and he immediately told CT to get the accuser for questioning. EK arrived a moment later, and upon seeing me kneeling and handcuffed with tears streaming down my cheeks, EK's heart grew 3 sizes that day. She burst into tears and confessed to the entire thing, just as ETM burst in the door. "Why is my daughter in here?" she screamed, glaring daggers at me. The principal explained what she had done, and ETM just scoffed. "Well, he probably deserved it. Look, he's in handcuffs. The police don't just handcuff you for no reason." My mom went off. She demanded I be released, which I was, and immediately the officers apologized. ETM was charged with false reporting. Because of her standing with the community, she was let off with a warning. TF was called back into the office to collect his cards, in front of his parents, who made him burn them that evening. Sucks, but F him. EK was suspended for the remainder of the school year, and as far as I know, learned absolutely nothing. Last I heard, she got pregnant in high school and now makes an incredible living selling any and every MLM BS she can while staying at home, with her 6 kids from 4 different marriages. But I hear she's really into Pokemon Go. ETM left the school and tried to run for the school board 2 months later, but had tarnished her reputation to the point that nobody would give her the time of day, and she lost hard. As far as I know, ETM was forced into early retirement because no school would teach her after the incident. TF and I never spoke again. I tried once to reach out through the Book of Faces, because we still have some mutual friends, but that was met with nothing but silence, so F him. Honestly, nobody knows what happened to RB, but some say on a cold winter's night, if you listen closely, you can still hear him being a sniveling little prick. Anyways, that's my stupid story. If you made it this far, then you get a cookie. Thanks for reading. It's always super crazy hearing about the Columbine era. I'm old enough that I was very young when Columbine happened, but I remember hearing murmurs about it. Obviously, I was too young for anything at my school to be done, and I'm in Canada, so it wasn't as big of a deal, but absolutely crazy the lengths people would go to try and shut things down. Absolutely unheard of at the time, or at least before that. Nowadays, well, different story. But anyway, glad people are safe now. And with that, that's all the time we have for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Life Stories. My name is Trent, and thank you very much. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more Reddit content coming your way, and I hope to see you guys soon.